What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. My name is Michael SK, and I think we're in for a fantastic recording session. I don't know why, I just have a really good feeling. Because in the last session, everyone got, yet again, another wrong idea about something that Yuji said. And Yuji said that he's willing to, help out, kind of like how Sachi has been helping out. I don't think that's going to play out very well. Just from how this is all going to start with Amane. So I say let's get right into it. I'm really excited. Hopefully everything in my commentary will be okay for this session. We'll have to see. We'll honestly have to see.
Yuji, 冷たい飲み物はまだ?
And that's why I said it's probably going to be an interesting recording session. I mean, I'm pretty much a servant at this point. Coming. As Amane reclines indolently on the sofa, I carefully bring over a freshly brewed cup of tea. Since you didn't specify anything in particular, I brought milk tea. Is that acceptable?
あれ? ユージが紅茶ってちょっと意外かも。
Well, unlike Sachi, I don't have a fully stocked supply locker. I ran over and borrowed this from Chizuru's room.
それ、絶対許可取ってないわよね。
Fuck no. No, but that's the price you have to pay for these high-quality Assam leaves. I don't know what the fuck that is. Not easy to get your hands on them lately.
私、アッサムってあまり詳しくないんだけど、飲み方はミルクティーがおすすめなの?
Yeah, compared to something like Darjeeling, Assam tea is pretty strong, both in color and taste. Pretty sure it's not awesome, I think it's Assam. I would like to say, not meaning that just because of how it's spelt, but I don't know, it just seems a little bit more realistic. I don't know. To mellow that out a little, people usually dilute it with milk before drinking. It complements the flavor nicely.
へえ、ユージって紅茶も詳しいのね。イメージ的にはコーヒー、ブラックでって感じなのに。
What? I do drink coffee more often, yeah, but black tends to upset your stomach. And if I'm drinking something other than water, I usually try to get some sugar intake while I'm at it. As a general rule, I tend to drink my coffee heavily sweetened.
こうやって聞いてみると、実はユージもいろいろと考えてるんだね。
Compared to the fine calorie counting you're always doing, it's hardly anything worth mentioning.
でも、食事はあれだけ質素なんだから不思議よね。
Well, I've been waiting on Amane hand and foot for a while now, but after the way that conversation went yesterday, I guess I should be grateful she hasn't tried anything seriously any seriously shady orders. All right, Amane, got any other requests? Go ahead and tell me now.
本当に言っちゃっていいの?
I mean, I guess. I think I can hear my dad outside. No? That? Or it's a helicopter. I think it's a helicopter. All right. Thought I could hear the tractor getting pulled out. If you're going to ask me at some point, might as well get it out of the way now instead of later.
そっかそっか。じゃあお言葉に甘えて、ユージもさっちゃんみたいにメイド服を。
Goodness, Miss Amane, you seem rather fatigued. Do allow me to give you a shoulder rub. Firmly seizing Amane's shoulders, I cut off her sentence. I dig my thumbs sharply into the muscles around her neck.
やっぱり嫌がった。
Whatever you're saying, mistress, this is nothing but an earnest expression of concern on my part.
ふーん。
Come on, just do the thing or with the pressure points or whatever.
まあ、羊っぽいユージの対応が見れたことだし、今回はそういうことにしておいてあげよう。
Thank you very much.
それにしても、ユージ、マッサージも上手。
Pretty sure females do not make that noise whenever they get a massage, but what do I know? Amane smirks in evident satisfaction at my submissive words, but soon enough, she's squirming underneath my vigorous shoulder rub. Speculating from what I've seen of Sachi's behavior, there seem to be two methods of coping with problematic requests like this one. Either attempt to interject before the words are fully out of their mouth, or deliberately fail to hear them. Of course, I don't think Sachi's consciously trying to be dishonest, but it's a fact that she's managed to slip past some difficult requests using this sort of plausible deniability technique. But given the absolute nature of the laws Sachi's imposed on herself, careless words without any real malice behind them could easily lead to disaster. To live a halfway decent life under such restraints, utilizing these kinds of gray areas is probably an absolute necessity.
なあサッチン、お兄ちゃんが何でも言うことを聞くって言ったのをいいことに、暴食美人の限りを尽くすあの年上、どう思うよ。
What?
それを言うなら傍若無人だと思うけど、ゆうくんもあまねさんも楽しそうだからいいんじゃないかな。
God damn it, Sachi, you gotta be protective.
その目、ちゃんと見えてるか？
視力は両目とも 1.5 だよ。
I don't know what that means actually. I never learned like the eyesight, vision, whatever it is kind of deal. Like, I don't even know what I have. Probably 0, 20? I honestly have no idea.
最近の発言を聞いてると、だんだんサッチンのことが心配になってくるのよさ。
それよりマキちゃんはゆうくんに何かをお願いしたりはしないの？
I like how she's excited about it.
おそっか。何もお兄ちゃんはあまねえだけのものじゃなかったのよさ。
うん、ゆうくんはあまねさんだけに言ってたわけじゃないと思うし。
よし、そうと決まったら早速お兄ちゃん奪還作戦を実行するのよさ。
What?
アイマン、
おうおう、あまねえさんよ。若いツバメを囲うで楽しむんもその辺にしときんさいや。
I'm really glad I never went down with the Machina route. It's just, I don't know, her voice is starting to really annoy me. Maybe it's just because of how, like, she's speaking.
そうね。あんまり独り占めしてミチルに呪いの藁人形とか作られても困るし。そんなの作らないし。
I honestly do not believe Michiru on that one. From nowhere in particular, there's an outraged burst of protest, followed immediately by the sound of someone scampering up the stairs. Thought she just heard it from her room or something. I did not think that one through. Probably safe to assume a certain nosy airhead was observing our little role-playing session from a fixed point in the shadows.
じゃあ前菜の了解も取ったことだし、次は私たちもお兄ちゃんタイムをエンジョイするのよさ。
でもマキちゃん、ゆうくんと一緒に何をするつもりなの？
サッチも一緒なら今日は勉強でもすっか。
Study what?
チルチルがテストで100点取った時みたいな顔されると、いくらハートの強さが売りの私でも傷つくぞ。だって普段あんだけ勉強嫌いって言ってる子がいきなりだもん。そりゃ驚くって。
It's summer break. They don't have tests?
あまねえ、私はやっと気づいたのよさ。気づいた？そう、つまらないことにいつまでもこだわっていると、どこかの誰かさんみたいに生き遅れになってしまうって。くしゅっ。
What?
年齢のことで私の噂をしてるのは。
Oh, is that stupid thing where if you sneeze, someone's talking shit about you?
誰のことを言ってるのかは分かったけど、どうにもうさんくさい気がするのは私だけ。
Well, whatever the reason may be, sorry, lost my voice there for a second. Trying to improve your weaknesses is an admirable thing. I'll gladly help out.
し、お兄ちゃんゲットなのよさ。で、本当に勉強するとしてどこでやるの？私の部屋？もちろん、学校の教室でやるのよ。どうして教室？ハマネの部屋だとすぐに副交感神経が刺激されて眠くなっちゃうからな。すごい、なんか本当にやる気だ。
マキちゃん自身が言い出したことですし、ここは本人の気が変わらないうちに実行してしまうのが得策かもしれません。
Wait, why are we studying again? Sounds about right. Although our study session began with this relatively auspicious, I don't know what the fuck that is, auspicious show of determination. It was less than an hour before the group's attention began to wander. In the end, I was forced to endure an hour-long session of Strip Old Maid on a whim of Machina's.
ああ、結局ユージは一回も負けなかったわね。
Wait, what were we doing? Strip Old Maid? Like, every time someone would lose, they would strip? As we make our way back to the dorm, Amane grumbles a few resentful words, arms folded behind her back. Any card game comes down to how well you can read your opponents. When you've got the hang of it, the odds of finishing at the very bottom get pretty low.
でも、あれだけバカ勝ちされると、イカサマしてると思われても仕方がないのよ。
Can you count cards in Old Maid? Incidentally, Amane, you tend to leave the card you want to get rid of right in the middle of your hand. And Machina, your expression always makes it crystal clear when you get the Old Maid.
あっちゃ、私ってばそんなことになってたんだ。
To be honest, I don't even know how to play Old Maid. My mom does, so maybe I'll ask her about that one day, if I ever get that bored. At my old school, cards were the most convenient form of entertainment by far. Couldn't help but pick up an eye for tells. Even after I started at Ichigaya, many of the regular employees I worked with on the job were major poker lovers, including a few who'd throw their car keys into the pie with perfectly composed faces.
おかげで私はたくさん脱がされてしまいました。
Yeah, we were playing Strip Old Maid. What the fuck?
お兄ちゃんは今、自分の彼女を脱がせまくった罪悪感に打ちひしがれているはずなのよ。
The fact that this is also allowed in the school is really weird. Personally, I think Sachi's losing streak had more to do with the way you people kept asking her, which one's the Old Maid, at the end of the round. Of course, Sachi would answer with perfect honesty every time, so she's invariably ended up stuck with the Joker in the end.
だって、ユージの前で脱ぎたくなかったんだもん。
Well, we've seen enough from you already. She prances around completely naked and shoves her breasts against me at every opportunity. But she's self-conscious about this? Sometimes women are just incomprehensible.
何にせよ、苦しいものをお見せしてしまってすみませんでした。
Man, I wish I got invited to something like that. But, I wasn't that popular in high school. God damn it. No problems on that count. Might have mentioned this before, but my principle is not to refuse what's offered to me.
そういう割には私に冷たいんだよね。
Oh, is this new? I think it's only natural to get suspicious over that kind of gracious service. But as a general rule, men tend to enjoy watching their girlfriend strip down to her underwear. And I'm no exception.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah.
ねえ、そういうことなら、ユージの彼女じゃない私とマキナはここらでおいとまさせてもらいましょうか。
Thank God. Before anyone can respond to Amane's sudden declaration, she grabs Machina's hand and pulls a step ahead of us.
なんか用事か？用事ってわけじゃないんだけど、あんたに新しく覚えたおやつでも作ってあげようと思ってさ。
Alright, something's up, I can tell.
なんか知んねえけど、アマネーが優しい。いや、学生は給料とかもらわないから。
Generally don't? I'm pretty sure they don't well, actually, I guess financial aid? I really don't know.
お兄ちゃんみたいにバイトしてるわけじゃねえしな。分かってるならなんで聞いた？勢い！そういうわけだから、いろいろわがままに付き合ってくれてありがとう、ユージ。
Something I'm always noticing when they're backed up like that is their uniforms. They're just really fucking weird. Like, it seems like the female uniforms for, like, schools and animes and shit, they're pretty, like, normal. They've got their own spin on it for whatever school theme or whatever it is. But, like, the male uniforms are always the ones that are, like, the fucked up ones, because they focus so much on the female ones. But I don't know, it's just like, these uniforms look really weird. Fine by me. I was sort of expecting you to drag me around all day, to be honest.
予定が空いたなら、さっちゃんとデートしてくればいいじゃない。
Oh shit, what up? A date?
そう、せっかく恋人同士になったんだから、デートくらいして当然でしょ？
I see. Amane seems well versed in romantic maneuvering, so if she says so, maybe this is the right timing. Alright, Sachi, how about we go on a date?
はい、わかりました。
あ 相変わらず即答だな。さっちゃんだって女の子だもん。好きな人とデートできて嬉しくないはずがないわよね。
Damn, dude.
私はただゆうくんがしたいと言ったことにうなずくだけですから。
ふーん、なるほどね。
Watching Sachi squirm, Amane smirks suggestively to no one in particular. From that expression, I'm willing to bet she's plotting something. Better keep a careful eye on that one.
じゃあユージ、後のことは任せたからね。
Right.
サッチンもガツンと決めてくるのよ。
Wait, what?
よくわからないけど、ありがとう、マキちゃん。
I don't remember this much going into a date, but then again, I never really went on dates either. You know, just being in a small town, really, it's really hard to go on dates. Not saying I've never been with a girl, guys. Just, please, save the insults for a different time.
それじゃあ帰ってきたらいろいろ聞かせてよね。
And with those words, Amane hurries off with Machina in tow. And there they go.
行ってしまいましたね。
Well, guess we may as well go on this date then.
はい、よろしくお願いします。
A good date to go on is maybe to the movies, and then go out, maybe eat, or just chill. I mean, that's what I actually did a few times. Sachi nods obediently, a bright smile on her face. All perfectly typical Sachi, but today, that very normality troubles me slightly. It makes me wonder if there's really any feeling behind the pleased tone of her voice, if that smile is completely hollow. For the time being, let's change out of our uniforms and meet up in the dorm lobby.
わかりました。
That's not true. I watched Sachi make her way back to the dorm, trying my best to reassure myself.